Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping straight into something actually pretty useful. Google has just launched standalone NotebookLM apps.
Yeah, for both Android and iOS. Big news.
Right. Now, for anyone who hasn't maybe played with it yet, what is NotebookLM?
So think of it like a really smart digital notebook. It's more than just notes, though. It's a research assistant from Google.
Okay.
And what makes it, special is the AI inside. It uses some pretty clever tech, almost like a super fast reader, to really understand the stuff you put into it.
Understand the text you feed it.
Exactly. Documents, articles, whatever. And because it understands it, it can do some really helpful things with, like, complex information.
Okay, like what kind of thing? We talking summaries?
Yeah, smart summaries are a big one. But also, you can ask it specific questions, and it finds the answers right in the documents you've uploaded.
Ah, okay. So not searching the whole web, just your stuff.
Precisely. Your sources
Okay,
only.
sweet.
Could be PDFs, web articles, even YouTube transcripts you add. It's like having a research helper focused just on what you're working with.
Gotcha. And the big news today is it's not just for desktops anymore.
That's the key. Since it launched back in, 2023, it's been browser only, basically desktop bound.
Right.
Now, having it as a proper app on your phone, on your tablet, that really changes the game for using it on the move.
Okay, yeah, that feels significant. It unlocks it from just sitting at your computer.
It totally does. That limitation to the desk, that's gone. So this mobile launch, it just opens up so much more flexibility for how you interact with information all day long.
And that's what we want to dig into today, right? What does this mobile access really mean for you, the listener? How might you actually use this thing now?
Exactly. What are the practical implications? What can you do now that you couldn't easily do before?
And the timing. Pretty interesting. When you say dropped yesterday, Google I/O, their big developer conference, is like tomorrow.
Yeah, that timing is definitely not accidental, I bet.
Yeah.
It makes you think, is this just the first shoe to drop?
Right. Maybe we'll hear more about it at I/O. Deeper features, integrations, perhaps.
It seems likely. It suggests Google sees this as a pretty important move. I wouldn't be shocked if they used the keynote or a session to show off more advanced stuff for these mobile apps.
Okay, so let's pull back a bit. NotebookLM itself. What's the fundamental goal? Why did Google build this?
At its core, it's really about helping you understand things better. You feed it dense material, maybe long reports, academic papers, complex web articles.
The stuff that takes effort to get through.
Yeah, exactly. And the AI digs in. It gives you those concise summaries we mentioned, helps you spot the main points, answers your direct questions, but always, and this is important, based only on the material you provided.
So it's not going off on tangents.
Nope. It keeps it focused. It's designed to help you get past just skimming the surface and really grasp what's important in that info.
Okay, makes sense. So now the Leap.mobile, Android, iOS. Why is that the game changer? What doors does this open?
I think it boils down to immediacy and just being adaptable. Think about how often you come across something interesting, something you need to understand, when you're not at your desk.
All the time. Commute, waiting for something.
Right. You're on the train, maybe at a conference, grabbing coffee. Mobile access means you can capture that info right then and there. See a cool article. Find a PDF someone shared.
You can just send it straight to NotebookLM.
Pretty much. And you can start using the tool immediately to help you understand it. The whole process of learning or researching isn't tied down to your office anymore.
Yeah, that idea of capturing things in the moment is powerful. It feels like it makes use of all those little bits of time.
Totally. Those moments that usually just, disappear.
So what are the cool features in the mobile apps themselves? Anything stand out?
Oh, definitely. One of the really interesting ones is something called audio overviews.
Audio overviews, like it reads to you.
Sort of, but smarter. Imagine taking your documents, your research, and having the AI generate like a personalized podcast summarizing them.
Whoa.
Yeah. And you can listen on the go. It even works offline, apparently.
Okay, that's huge. For commutes, workouts, chores, times when you can't be reading.
Exactly. It's a brilliant way to squeeze more learning into your day, making it, fit around your life, respects your time.
Okay, I genuinely love that idea. I have so many articles piled up. Turning them into audio I can listen to while walking the dog? Yes, please. I bet a lot of people feel that way.
I think so, too. It tackles that too much to read, not enough time problem head on.
What else can the mobile apps do? Can you start fresh on mobile?
Yep. You can create totally new notebooks right in the app. So if inspiration hits or you find a new batch of stuff to look into while you're out.
You don't have to wait till you get back to your computer.
Exactly. Start organizing it right away. And naturally, you can see all your existing notebooks and sources that you made on the desktop. It's all synced up.
That seamlessness is crucial, isn't it? Got to work across devices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just becomes another silo.
And how easy is it to get stuff in? Adding new sources on mobile can sometimes be, well, a pain.
They seem to have thought that through.
Yeah.
It uses the standard share function you already know on your phone.
Oh, the share sheet?
Yeah. So you're browsing a website, get a PDF and an email, even watching YouTube.
No.
You just hit share.
Let's send it to NotebookLM.
Bingo. Send it right over as a new source from one of your notebooks. It sounds super smooth, really integrated into how you already use your phone. Big plus for just grabbing info quickly.
Okay, that does sound easy. Much better than copying links or downloading and re-uploading.
Way less friction.
And I noticed the article mentioned a small detail, but may be important for usability, light and dark modes.
Yeah, it follows your system settings. It's a small thing, like you said, but it shows they're thinking about the user experience. Makes it nicer to use in different environments, day or night.
Good point. Okay, let's circle back to that I/O timing again. The article sort of hinted we might hear more soon. Any guesses on what else they might announce?
Well, it's pure speculation, right? But you can imagine deeper tie-ins with, say, Google Drive or other workspace tools.
Yeah.
Maybe more advanced AI analysis features. Collaboration, perhaps? Letting multiple people work on a notebook?
Ooh, collaboration could be interesting for teams.
Definitely. Given how much Google is pushing AI everywhere, they'll likely want to show how NotebookLM fits into that bigger picture and maybe flash some, next-gen capabilities.
It really does feel like part of a larger trend, doesn't it? Having this kind of AI assistant on our phones, how does that change how we deal with information overload?
I think it directly tackles that feeling of being swamped.
Yeah.
We're all drowning in information, right?
Tell me about it.
A tool like this, especially now that it's mobile, gives you a way to sort of filter the noise, focus on the sources you care about.
And get help processing them faster.
Exactly. Get that AI boost to pull out the key stuff quickly, efficiently. Having it in your pocket just amplifies that power. It's there whenever you need it, wherever you are.
It could really trigger those aha moments faster, couldn't it? Seeing connections between different articles or reports that you might miss otherwise.
That's a great way to put it. Imagine you're, say, a student researching something complex. You highlight stuff on your phone while reading. Then maybe on the bus home, you listen to the audio overview and boom, it surfaces a link between two sources you hadn't consciously connected. That's the kind of insight this mobile access could really unlock.
Yeah, speeding up that synthesis part of learning.
Precisely. And for you, the listener, often trying to learn efficiently, without getting buried, mobile NotebookLM seems like a really valuable partner.
How so?
Well, it lets you use those smaller chunks of time that might otherwise be wasted for actual learning. Turn that downtime into productive understanding time.
Especially with those audio overviews again. Passive learning while doing other things.
Yeah, that's a superpower for busy people, engaging with complex stuff when your eyes and hands are tied up.
Okay, great discussion. Let's try and summarize the key point here.
Sounds good.
Google's NotebookLM, this smart AI-driven tool for understanding your documents and notes, it's now on your phone, Android and iOS.
Yep. That move to mobile is the headline.
And this access, plus the features like smart summaries and especially those audio digests, it really feels like a new way to engage with information.
It's a significant step, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not just, another app. It feels like it could genuinely change how you handle information.
Right, which leads us to that final thought for you to chew on.
Go.
With this kind of AI readily available to summarize and synthesize info right there in your pocket, how might that actually change the way you research things or learn new topics or just try to stay informed day to day?
What new kinds of deep dives become possible for you now that this power is mobile?
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.